Alright, baby body. Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to try something a little different. So, excuse me. I figured, why don't we, instead of just, coming out with monsters and stuff, or doing Yu-Gi-Oh cards again, because we've been doing them for a while, and we will do them again at some point, probably soon. I want to try to take existing designs of D&D creatures and maybe make them a little more JRPG-ish, which is a fancy word for, well, let's make them a little wacky. Because usually in JRPGs, monsters are wackier, or they don't really follow proportions or logic compared to monsters from a D&D, for example, usually at least. So today we're gonna start with the Displacer beast, which is some sort of big cat with 6 legs and 2 sort of tentacles on the back, akin to what a curl would be. C O from Final Fantasy, something like that. Hold on a second, I'm gonna lower my radiator. I gotta use a radiator because it's cold, man. It became cold all of a sudden, so I am not freezing, but I'm not really warm here. So let's get started. I've got some references. So we gotta do some sort of feline. Some sort of feline with the tentacles. Just the generic idea. Then obviously we're gonna go off the rails a little bit. What if, let's see. So I do have some feline reference, obviously. I don't want to stay too stuck with it. I don't want to be limited by it, obviously. Let's see if we can maybe. So, hey Matthews, you're very lucky for being in a cold place. Here I have to deal with 34? It's a trap! Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but you live in the southern hemisphere, so you had winter too. Hey, you got your chance last summer. Now it's your time to suffer. I didn't know it would be it's that hot. Like it's like May. Wait a second. No, it's spring. Isn't it spring there now? Technically. Although I guess the Earth is closer to the sun when it's summer there. Slightly. Don't forget the tentacles. People will freak out if you don't give it tentacles. Yeah, I know. I gotta appeal to certain fetishes, so I won't forget the tentacles. I won't forget the tentacles. It's gonna be weird. Obviously. I'm gonna go a little more wacky than usual, because these have to be very different from the normal ones from D&D. So somewhat using the same idea, but also not. So let's see. What if it's got? Maybe it's like arms. Maybe it's got more tentacles on the back, who knows. And maybe these are large. If it's winter for you, then it's summer here. If it's still fall, then it's spring. Well, yeah, it's spring there then. But I guess 34 is hot for spring. You never had 34 in spring. Is it normal for you? Is it normal for that, for those latitudes and longitude, wait, latitudes, I guess, mainly. Can you do with this arm? I'm not very. I chose something. I wouldn't say intentionally, but I chose something tricky because I'm not very good at drawing multiple arms. or heads, as Matthew knows, Matthews, but he is, so he might just draw his version of this, since he made the multiple-headed dragon already. The point is to find some sort of balance. It does not have to fit in a square, I guess. It's not really a card. I just want to find some sort of acceptable design. I do have some others that I've been sketching here, like a knoll. The knoll is not that good, a flump. That's just basically a flying saucer with tentacles. It's not that normal. We're having some heat waves hitting the country and making things hotter than usual. It's gotta be a thing in general, because even here, again, I was sweating until last week. And then all of a sudden, temperatures plummeted. And now it is cold. Like, I cannot stay here without heating because I would freeze. In fact, recently my son has been sleeping alone, but he doesn't have enough blankets for this temperature. So we're gonna have to get some. Otherwise, he can't stay. Like, I was reading him a story and he was freezing. There is no heating in the house, right? Unless you turn on single AC units. There is no HVAC, nothing. So it's a bit of a problem. If you stay in multiple rooms, it means that you gotta turn on the whole system with a lot of air conditioning going on. And there's a problem in this house because it's a two-story house, so the staircase is connected to the corridor, and the cold comes down from upstairs, so that it's okay in summer. Because heat goes up, so it's cooler downstairs, but at the same time it's way colder in winter. So this home is actually fairly cold. It is pretty normal for homes to be cold in Japan because there is no central heating. Hey, 2024, modern country. But, or usually at least, but this is particularly cold, I feel. Although I know all of them are. This is decently cold. But I keep it warm. So in any case, I'll always stay in this room. So, in fact, I'm also considering reserving one corner for gaming. I don't really get time for gaming recently. I would like to find it. And hopefully then I can upload some gaming videos or something. Because there are a few games that I would like to play. I guess it's pointless to not use the opportunity to also make some videos or something. Maybe I will make another channel, who knows. I feel like the tentacles should be somewhere else. What if it's like dragon? Oh hey, yo. Thank you, Mr. Chase, for your continuous support across multiple platforms. Chase is also a member of my Patreon in the basically highest tier. If you guys don't know, by the way, I want to mention it again. I have launched, I know you guys, like, at least Matthews and Daniel know, and Chase, launched the Patreon. And yeah, already got 2 posts. Obviously you cannot see the second one, but this is a preview of the next creature that's gonna be in the next pack. And then the Quicksilver Serpent, obviously. You can get it for free, like for everyone who joined, you can just download it. Or maybe not even, who knows, for everybody. Can I? Yeah, I guess. No problem. You can just go and get it. So, yeah, basically, Chase, Hey, thank you for subscribing again. Remnant 2 just launched its first expansion when my PS Plus ran out. Oh man. Rest in peace. Yes. So it basically is that, Chase. It's just that it's got, so what if I make it like with a big butt? And then it's got the front legs are like near each other. They're close to each other. And then the rear legs or the hind legs, I guess, they are a little farther away. Doesn't look that much like a cat like this. Technically, the reference I'm using doesn't really go back, it goes down. It does kind of like this, so let's try to use this. This still has to feel like an animal, not like a sentient creature or anything. It's gotta feel like a beast. I wonder if the tentacles can be different. I could use some help from Final Fantasy 14 maybe. Obviously they are on the side. I'm pretty sure this. Okay, I don't want to say something stupid. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess that was the inspiration for the carol from Final Fantasy. Do they call it a carol in the Black Destroyer? I don't know. What is the Black Destroyer? Forgive my ignorance. Someone's gonna cringe now. I am ignorant. Please acknowledge that and forgive that. I'm your friendly neighbor who doesn't know shit. Basically. Yeah, if I make an exclusively gaming channel or a channel that's exclusively gaming, I'm gonna call it like your neighbor that doesn't know shit about video games. Or how not to play video games. That's where the name originated from. Okay. Aha. I see. I see. Well, who knew? Who knew? I didn't know. I did not know. Kinda still feels like a feline. Probably. I feel like it needs a longer neck though. And then it probably needs something bigger here. Yeah, on the shoulders. This is already, I feel like it's better than the Wizard's original one, which is this, which is just like save these extra legs. It's basically some sort of, well, it doesn't really look like a feline, honestly, but it's a little, it's not bad, but it's not enough. Okay, so how is this book? Tell me about this book, The Black Destroyer. I guess it's a fantasy book, I'm assuming. And is it good? Because I want to read something that's fiction at some point. I would like to go back to reading fiction at some point. This I feel like it's a pose that I always use. Because I probably use the same references every single time. What time is it? 10:17. Well, at least I hope we can get a decent sketch in to choose from so that we can do it on Friday again. If I don't get sick, because my son was sick today. He's better now, but who knows. It's not a book. It was a sci-fi short story written by A.E. Van Vogt. Vogt. Vote. He can vote, I guess. Let's start with something. It's almost like a spider with 6 legs, basically. I do not dislike this, but it's still the usual, hey look, I'm a rearing horse. A nice horse. Sci-fi sword, an alien cat. Black panther with 6 legs and 2 tentacles. Has weird powers. Okay. And it's called Curl. So that's where the DnD monster came from as well. Huh. I see. Displacer beast was originally a Curl then. Was an inspiration for Alien apparently. Basically about the creature hunting people in a futuristic world for its own survival. Written in the late 30s. Prolific times. Some guys land on this moon and it plots to kill them and steal the ship or something. This thing? Steal the ship? I see. How about something like this? Should really use the 6 legs for something else. I did draw a creature with 6 legs for a game recently. Although it was not a little more cartoony than this, like pixel art. Maybe I can borrow some. It was also a feline, by the way. Some sort of feline. It's a little too constipated now. If these go back a little. Maybe a little bit. It essentially has the ability to harness and use energies and feeds off of id. Id, the philosophical concept, like the sort of self, or psychological, I guess you would say. It is very intelligent. I see, so I should make this very intelligent. Then I guess the idea of just making it look like a beast is not very good. In fact, the one from Final Fantasy XII looks pretty smart. It's got like a big brain, right? Or sorta. It's got something on the head. The one from FF9 looks like a sphinx. And that's how it looked like in FF22. In Final Fantasy VI, it's just a cat. It's literally just a cat. That's part of the mind, huh? It means phosphorus out of its victims with the tentacles. Man, I wish Final Fantasy didn't already have this kind of thing. I thought about it when I was researching the images. I'm like, hey, this thing reminds me of a curl. I didn't know it actually was. So it's basically, hey, let's design a curl today. Shits, bro. That was not my intention. I want to take. Can you guys mention some monsters from D&D that did not have a Final Fantasy counterpart yet? something that doesn't have a counterpart in Final Fantasy. Ideally. I feel like a lot of them do. Yeah, I know the initial Final Fantasy creatures were, but I wonder if any other more recent D&D creature was not. Otherwise, the series is destined to just end really quickly. I thought it was a good idea. I didn't think about, hey, wait, that I know some of them at the beginning they were, but don't know about later. JD had a bunch of exclusive monsters, but they relinquished the rights to them last year, I believe. Oh, I see. Well, that should be good for me, because they're not going to come after me if I redesign some of these. The Beholder I've already done, so Intellect Devourer. Isn't it like the Mind Flayer? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. And I always end up with this sort of conundrum, like jumping like this. Is the quadruped brain monster? Let me see. I know I'm feeling cold again. No. Okay, it is indeed a brain with 4 legs. Thank you. I don't like this. I like the front, but not the back. What if we do take a Sphinx pose? But at that point, it kind of becomes a curl. Huh. There's a lot of brain D&D monsters like that, and the Grell. I don't know that either. I know Grendel. That's another FF monster. This is basically the same pose, so. What's happening? What did I do? Oh, there you go. Displacer Beast is one. Maybe you like the name and colors or something, because FF is pretty different. Yeah, but Displacer Beast is... it's basically a curl. So, for brain monsters, they could have put some more thought and design of Intellect Devourer, I guess. But I find that a lot of D&D monsters have really simple non-creative design. Pretty much all of them. You can't really say that D&D monsters are creative. Not that much, at least. I guess. What if... What if... What if it's got like not exactly arms? I mean, I know it's supposed to be six-legged, but what if it's got them different? The new artwork is pretty good, but a lot of designs in D&D are simple because of how old they are. I guess, yeah. I know Hankering Farinale published ICRPG D&D like with Displacer Beast and just called it Face Cat. Okay, since it's from a sort of a sci-fi thing, why wouldn't you give it like a metallic legs? Because obviously some legs belongs to this thing, but the others, who knows? More of a sci-fi thing, obviously. So these are technically used to sense. Hey, it's Venusaur or Bulbasaur, I guess. You gotta be a little more creative than this. This one is not too bad. I was thinking of something different though than just... I like the third edition. It's like a skinny, almost sickly looking. Oh, the Brain Devourer? It's kind of sickly. Kind of gross. Unless you mean the Face Cat. Face Cat. Facebook. You also change proportions. It doesn't have to be like this. A Displacer. Okay. What if... It's got very skinny legs. Take one of those. I didn't want to group this. Why did you group it? So, it's smart. Okay. Let's give it a big brain, then like the FF12 one. In a third eye. It's gonna look like Carbuncle. The horrible FF15 Carbuncle. shrink wrap or whatever they call it when people draw dinosaurs with no meat and them. Yeah, okay, yes, I've seen some reconstructions that are like that. Big head. Big ears, I guess. Almost like rat ears. But yeah, I've seen a few dinosaurs like that because they simply put the skin on top of the bones without actually thinking about muscles and whatnot. That's more or less what happened to the T-Rex of Jurassic Park, though. That's what it basically is, because it's too skinny to be a T-Rex. Like according to more modern reconstructions, it should probably be a little thicker and fat. Then Jurassic Park Park just embraced the idea that dinosaurs are just mutants. Well, mutants or what? I don't know about now, but in the original movie, I guess they were just animals that had been brought back to life, basically. Okay, I like this direction. So the sitting pose is okay. I'm gonna add something more. Oh, the FF14 one is pretty cool. It kind of looks like a dragon a little bit. Yeah, it looks like a dragon. Maybe you could give it a draconic tail. Or I like this. I like the idea of it having 3 eyes. So if we did this, there would be a curl basically, but we're gonna have these like winged like tentacles. They're actually probably splitting out in multiple parts. And maybe it's got like a big mane to cover all this crap going on. Or not. No, it loses a little bit of that. It kind of needs the skinnier. The skinnier look. Kinda does. I have no idea, but I really only like the first 2 movies, and the third is okay. All the Jurassic World stuff is just unbearable. The first one I thought, well, okay, I can kind of watch it, apart from Mrs. Heels. I really don't like Claire. I really don't. As for the rest, yeah, it's weird. The first one is my favorite. The second one is, it's okay. The third one is like, do we really need this movie? And then after that, well, hey, hello, saying hello. Maybe we can give it something else here. You want it to be JRPG, maybe since it controls vibrations, its tails could end in tuning forks. Yeah, Espion. The tail could be like bifurcated. I thought maybe these also end in vibrations. In two tentacles. The vibrations thing, but this is a little too much, maybe too similar. It's okay, it doesn't have to be super perfect. I kind of like the simplicity of this. If I can add to it. Hey AJ, how's it going? It's been a while. Yeah, because I didn't stream it this time, so. Okay, Nekomata. Oh, Nekomata. Not to be confused with Bakeneko. Oh, okay. Oh, Bakeneko, like the one from Ranma. Yeah. I like that character. So cool. It's the cat who is looking for a bride. It's so cool. So cool. What am I making today? So I'm trying to Final Fantasize a D&D monster without also trying not to make it too similar to the actual Final Fantasy counterpart. It's a bit of a miss today, but I guess we're gonna do better next time. Hopefully. You don't know anime, right? Right, I remember. Oof. Also, it doesn't show that it's got 6. God damn it. Oof. This is upsetting. Okay, this one might be a failure. It's fine in any case. Oh, about something like this. It's putting those two down. And then the ones in the back. These are kind of not exactly tentacles. They're like they're a little thicker than tentacles. Maybe. It's starting to remind to be slightly similar to the one I redid the last time I was here. The fire sort of griffin. I don't know. I'm not content with any of these. It looks too similar to the curl. God damn it. Okay, let's go bigger. Let's go wild. There's something wrong with this color pencil sensitivity. Oh, this is the one that was not good. Well, I do know what's wrong. Because it did change the sensitivity, but... So let's go a little more crazy with just a little bit of a silhouette. Let's see if we can find out something decent. Sometimes it works. When I'm stuck. It is, yes, I know. I know it is. I know it is. I didn't... And I thought... I didn't know it was, but I thought it was. Now you confirmed it to me. It's okay, I'm gonna do better next time. But I still want to try to keep more or less the same design. So with the vibrating tentacles on the back instead of the, I guess, like snout. They're not whiskers, so we can change proportions. Let's make the butt very big. Big butt. And smallish. It could be like horns also. Horns is not a bad idea. It's more like a dragon that way. Centaur design. I could do a centaur. Okay, I just gotta basically take some and make them a little more. A little more weird. So this one could have, I don't know, thicker arms. Well, legs, front legs. But really, even the idea of it being like more like a dragon like this, not too bad. Although again, it's similar to a pose that I did not use. You could even be using those other legs for walking. I should read a description of that. Oh, they also have black fur. Okay, just the generic idea, I guess, is okay. Otherwise, it becomes a little too... I had to restart my entire computer because of Bluetooth headphone. Oh man, that sucks. Speaking of computers, I'm trying to requalify an older machine that I got. I spent like $140 for it, so it's like, okay. I think you can actually play games, so let's see if I can sell it after fixing a couple of things. It's got a GTX 1060, so it's not too bad in terms of GPU. You're putting more effort into that than I did. I didn't even put tentacles and got a disasterful remarks for it. Should have called mine a face cat because it wasn't Displacer beast enough. So wait a second, you did it for what? What did you do it for? I must have missed that part. I guess you said it at the beginning. Oh, just to doodle for fun. Who did you get the remarks from? Forums? Like from a forum or something? I did not hate this. Yeah, okay. Like Reddit. Okay, this one is trying to look like something now. Oh yeah, I'm a huge fan of Reddit. Huge fan. Reddit is a very non-toxic place where everyone should go to get positive comments and validation of their feelings. Yeah, right? What the hell? Because I am trying to sell the stuff that I got from my brother-in-law, and I might have mentioned it last time. I posted on Reddit in the anime forums because I'm like, hey, is there anyone here who knows if these are worth anything? Like, I don't know. I'm not a collector, like anime figures was. I'm not a collector. I have no idea. So hopefully there is someone who knows better than me and can tell me something, or at least point me out. You know, point out a place where I can find information. I got an avalanche of downvotes, and they closed the thread. They actually closed it. I don't know why. I really don't understand why, because I just asked it, why the downvotes? Like, what's the problem with that? I don't know about this. I'm just asking. I don't know if it's because I said, well, he was about to throw them away. It's like, that's true. Like, he doesn't know the value of these things either, nor do I. So, well, I'm gonna ask here if someone knows. Otherwise, I guess they're gonna go at the recycle center if they're worth nothing. So I don't understand. Now this one is starting to look a little bit like a wolf instead of a... or a bear. There you go. Oh, more like a tiger. Of the tiger. Okay. Good candidate. Let's go. It's gonna last few minutes, at least I'm gonna make it a little better in this. Just a little bit. I'm not a specialist, but I think that people post similar things to your post just to get karma or whatever. Yes, I think it's called karma, actually. I don't know, I didn't. Mine was an actual question. I also took the photos. So, actually, the Displacer beasts only communicate via radio waves. Okay. We can incorporate that. I'm down. We can indeed incorporate that. I'm down. So it's got a very remarkable fur. And then it's got... Actually, yes. Oh, you made a nerd joke. Yeah, I understand. I understood it was a joke. Like the... Actually, that is not what they say on page 34. Yes. Well, but I can incorporate that. I like the idea. We can make them... Oh! There you go. We can make them like antennas. Like we can make like that because I'm doing that moth, sort of a moth like that for Chase. Pass me the name. Copyright. I don't care about the copyright. I'm a Mr. Nobody. I don't think anyone would come here and say, "Hey, you. Why did you make your monsters so similar?" Also, it's named differently. So what do they want? God, I'm gonna have to go in 5 minutes. Poodlemoth, yes. So, maybe the things in the back can be like that. They look like sort of... They could have radio waves, and then the end. But really, something that's a little more like half cyborg would be cool. So this would be... These would be sort of like this. Kind of like this idea. Although right now it's just a mixture of those. I'm gonna have to make it a little more uniform if I turn it into something else. Like if I take it to a finish, I wanted to say. So it's not too bad though. I kind of like the idea. Maybe you can have draconic legs a little bit. Oh, the plot was so similar to Alien that the authors sued and they sold out of court. Really? Yeah. I think instead of tentacles they have antenna. Yeah, right? If they have psychokinetic also? Or psycho powers. Psychic powers. Psycho powers. No, psychic powers. Psychokinetic or just psychic powers, then yeah, why not? I like the idea. Hey, this is not too bad. It just needs... Like, obviously this is not a very... Japanese-ish. It's not too bad as a design. It's not too bad. I even... Hey, I don't hate this. I really don't hate this. They could even have circuits here. I don't know. Something cool I thought about was that what if these are like cables sort of things? Like maybe they have an indication of something like they've been experimented with. I know some women with psychic powers. Sorry, it's late and I might be sick. I like how bulky it looks with the fur. They usually look kind of lithe or lithe. And sleek, this looks cool. I've never seen that word before. I like this. So this went from being a complete failure to actually something I do like. Honestly. Honestly, I like this one. It just needs to be fixed. Obviously, this is not the final version. It might be looking a little bit too much like a cat. Like the face might need to be bigger. I mean the actual face. Like I like that. Maybe it needs a bigger jaw or something. Although big jaw doesn't usually... Something like this maybe? I like the third eye. It's pronounced lie. Okay. Oops. It's slender and nimble. Or nimble. I am nimble. So nimble I fly. I'm very nimble. I don't know. I thought it would be cool if it had cables here. They look like cables. Maybe they're not. They're like kind of like the alien, you know. They're like kind of not really biomechanical, but something like that. It's like a something like that. Yeah, I wouldn't go beyond saying something like that. It is something like that. So yeah, I like this. I'm liking this so far. I hated it before and now I'm a huge fan. Something like this for the jaw, maybe. I don't know if I want it smaller or... I like this. Maybe we can play around a little bit next time, probably. I'm going to continue this. With the shape design, I'm going to make it a little more uniform. Right now, this and a little bit of this with the bulk of the body are the only areas that have been designed. The rest is kind of generic. I would keep the Giga Chat jaw. It fits the larger looking design. I guess, yeah. It's going to need some good certain modifications to be a little more appealing, I guess. Including maybe something like that. Like a leg here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So maybe this can come forth a little more. Something like that. I like this. I like it. So, yes, I'm gonna have to go, unfortunately, because it's 11 and I am tired and I have to sleep. And then, yes, I'm gonna stream again on Friday. We'll see if I can increase the number of streams I do. By one day, maybe. Wednesdays, not tomorrow, but some Wednesdays, maybe. We'll see. Anyway. Thank you guys for being here with me today. I really enjoyed this, even if it was hard. I had fun. Thank you for the company, Matthews, Chase, Daniel, and whoever else is lurking in the bushes. Because we have 4 people on Twitch, 3 on YouTube. So well, I guess 2 of those are me. Yeah, I will see you on Friday, and until then, you guys have a good one. And I'll talk to you later.